Hi guys, this is IGCSE O-Level Chemistry, Paper 22, Extended MCQs, March 2021, Question 1. Which row about a change of state is correct? So the change of state is from solid to liquid, which means this is the process of melting. And during melting, heat is required in order to change the state from a solid to a liquid. And the energy change given is heat given out. No, heat is not evolved, heat is taken in. So this is incorrect. Next, gas to liquid. Now, gas to liquid is condensation. So the process given is evaporation. So this is incorrect. This is supposed to be condensing. And during condensing, heat is given off because when the gas turns to liquid, the change of state requires energy to be given off so that the lesser energy molecules come together and take the state of a liquid. So heat taken in is incorrect as well. Next is solid to gas. Now going from solid state to gas is a process called sublimation. So the process given is correct. And during sublimation, the change of state is from solid to gas. So heat energy is required or heat is taken in. This is also correct. And the next one is liquid to solid. Liquid to solid is called freezing. So the process given is incorrect. And during freezing, heat energy is given off. So the energy change given is correct. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option C. Question 2. Gases are separated from liquid air by fractional distillation. The boiling points of four gases are shown. Which gas is both monoatomic and a liquid at minus 200 degree Celsius? So the gases given are argon. Argon is monoatomic. Helium. Helium is monoatomic. Neon. Neon is monoatomic. And nitrogen. Nitrogen is diatomic. So this eliminates option D. Now, out of the three remaining options, it should be a liquid at minus 200 degrees Celsius. That means that its boiling point should be greater than minus 200 degrees Celsius. And in the negative values, a greater value would mean one with the lower magnitude. So, lower magnitude than 200 would mean that the minimum temperature, the boiling point should be minus 199, which would be greater than minus 200. So we've got argon at 186, which is greater than minus 200. We've got helium at minus 269, which is lesser than minus 200, which means it turns to gas at minus 269. So it would be gas at minus 200 as well. So this is incorrect. And the same thing applies to neon because if it is a gas at minus 246, it would be a gas at minus 200. Only argon would be a liquid at minus 200 degrees Celsius because it turns to gas at minus 186 degrees Celsius. Therefore, option A is the correct option for this question. Question 3. Two different food colorings X and Y are tested using chromatography. Three pure dyes, 1, 2, and 3 are also tested. The chromatogram is shown. Okay. X and Y both contain dye 3. None of them contain dye 1. And both of them contain dye 2. And X contains something that is not present in any other species that were tested. Okay. Which statement are correct? X and Y both contain two or more dyes. Yes, they both contain dye 3 and dye 2. So they contain two or more dyes. Dye 2 and 3 are present in both X and Y. Yes. The RF of dye 1 is 0.625. Okay, so the distance traveled by dye 1 is 5 according to the scale given, and the distance traveled by the solvent is 8. So RF value would be 5 upon 8, which is 0.625. So this statement is correct as well. Since all three statements are correct, option C is the correct option for this question. Question 4. Which statement about the atoms of all the isotopes of carbon is correct? They are all radioactive? No. C14 is radioactive, C12 and C13 are not radioactive. They have the same mass. C12 has a mass of 12, C13 has a mass of 13, C14 has a mass of 14. They have the same number of neutrons? No. Isotopes are atoms of the same element having the same number of electrons and protons, but different number of neutrons. And they have the same number of electrons in the outer shell? Yes. They have the same number of electrons and the same number of protons. Therefore, option D is the correct option for this question. Question 5. Which diagram represents the structure of silicon 4 oxide? So A represents the structure of diamond. SiO2, which is silicon 4 oxide, has the same shape as that of diamond, but the difference is in silicon 4 oxide, there are two different types of atoms present, which are silicon and oxygen. In diamond, the same structure is made using the atom of carbon only. So this is diamond. B is also an allotrope of carbon. This is graphite. C is an ionic lattice represented by cations and anions. The anions would be the larger ones, the black dots, and the cations would be the smaller ones, the gray dots. And D would be SiO2, because in SiO2 we've got a silicon atom bonded to four different oxygen atoms and an oxygen atom bonded to two different silicon atoms. So the black dot are silicon atoms and the gray dots are oxygen atoms. So this makes option D the correct option for this question. Question 6. Lithium and fluorine react to form lithium fluoride. A student writes three statements about the reaction. Lithium atoms lose an electron when they react. Yes. Li would form Li positive ion and give off an electron. So this statement is correct. Next, each fluoride ion has one more electron than a fluorine atom. Yes, because fluorine atom gains an electron to form a fluoride ion. So this is correct as well. And lithium fluoride is a mixture of elements. No, it is not a mixture. It is a compound. The atoms have reacted with each other. So statement 3 is incorrect. Therefore, since statements 1 and 2 are correct, the correct option for this question is option A. Question 7. How many electrons are used to form covalent bonds in a molecule of methanol? So the displayed formula of methanol is C, forming three covalent bonds with three different hydrogen atoms, one covalent bond formed between carbon and oxygen atom, and one covalent bond formed between oxygen and hydrogen atom. So every covalent bond is formed by sharing of two electrons. And the question is asking how many electrons are used to form the covalent bonds in the molecules. So in total, we would have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 electrons forming 5 different covalent bonds in the molecule of methanol, making option D the correct option for this question. Question 8. Magnesium oxide has a high melting point and it is an ionic compound. Carbon dioxide has a low melting point and it is a covalent compound. Which row identifies the attractive forces that are broken when these compounds are melted? So since magnesium oxide is an ionic compound, strong electrostatic forces of attraction would need to be overcome. And since carbon dioxide is a covalent compound, weak intermolecular forces would have to be overcome. So options are For magnesium oxide, strong attraction between molecules. No, molecules are not present in an ionic compound. Ions are present. So this eliminates options A and B. Next, strong attraction between ions. Yes, this statement is correct. Now for carbon dioxide, weak attraction between atoms. No, carbon dioxide is made up of an atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen covalently bonded together, forming a molecule. So it would be weak attraction between molecules, making option D the correct option for this question. Question 9. The ionic half equation for the formation of oxygen during the electrolysis of aluminum oxide is shown. X moles of O2 negative ions form O2 and Y moles of electrons. So, since we've got two oxygen atoms in the product, the value of X would be 2. And since we've got a charge of -2, so 2 into -2 would give us a charge of -4. Therefore, the value of X is 2 and the value of Y is 4, making option D the correct option for this question. Question 10. A compound has a formula XF2 and has a relative mass of 70. So the MR is 70. What is element X? So we have two fluoride atoms part of the compound XF2. So the AR of F is 19. Therefore, MR of F2 would be 38. When we subtract 38 from 70, we are left with 32. Therefore, 32 is the AR of sulfur. This makes option C the correct option for this question.